Hi everyone, Linda here. I've been watching a lot of art journal videos and I really felt like playing with my art journal today. So what I did is I took some of my Fun Stamper Journey lavender color splash because I had gotten it in the mail and I just wanted to try it out. I really like it because it has that little lock on it so you can't spray it when you don't want it. So I just sprayed it on the page because really I was just trying it out. I wasn't intending to use it on the page. But what I wanted to use, and I've been watching Monica use, was her gelatos, and I have some Tim Holtz crayons. I think that's a Tim Holtz crayon right there. And then I took water and sprayed it over them and just smeared them out to smear them around. I think what I was forgetting was to use the water when I had it. I just have a little bottle of water that pumps water up and I'm spraying it on my hands. What I'm finding here is that the crayons seem to make lines a little bit more, or I was pressing too hard. But then I just keep continuing to add color and water and just wanted to fill up the whole page with that as my background. So just take the crayon and or the gelato and rub and then add water. It was a lot of fun. I like doing that part. Then I got out some pieces of punchinella and some other stencil type things and tried that. And first I just tried rubbing the crayon right on it. I didn't feel like that worked so good. So I rubbed the gelato and the crayon on the glass on my desk and then rubbed it in my finger. And then I decided to take and rub the crayon right on the stencil. And I found that when I did that and then I took my finger and smeared it, it came out. So I rubbed it on the stencil, then used my finger to smear it out because it would kind of get hung up on the circles of the stencil. I did have water on my fingers too because I think you're supposed to use water with those gelatos. Just helps them spread better. Then I got out some textbook paper and did the same thing to that. I used stencils and the gelatos and the crayons and just colored away on those because I was going to tear those up and put them on the page. Now I'm just taking some of those papers and tearing them up and laying the magazine pieces that I found, trying to place everything where I want it. I'm going to get that all glued down now with some oh, gel medium, I think is what I used. Wanted them kind of in the middle of the paper, so I thought that would be kind of fun. Pages looking nice and messy. I like that. And now I found some Tim Holtz tissue that I wanted to put on there too to add more texture and interest to the page. Cutting out the stool that the girl's sitting on. I wanted to be able to see through the rungs. Now I'm getting the girl all ready to put on there. I was a little disappointed in how she kind of faded in there, but I will go around her with some black gelato and see how. Now, when you hear the quote, I probably shouldn't have used this model because she's really a positive person, but it's all right. It's in the quote. And then I'm going to put like a faucet above her. That's a Tim Holtz die. But I didn't really like the way she was looking so bright. So I tried some different things on toning her down. There I cut out a little crown and put it on her to make her, the message that I want to get is that she's thinking she's pretty cool. But in reality, there's a faucet with a drip over her head. And so that's what I'm putting on there now. And that's just a die cut that I have that I think I got it. I don't remember where I got it, but I just thought it was really fun. So I'm putting some more Tim Holtz tissue down because that's just fun to use. I dried it off and now I'm rubbing some of the Tim Holtz crayon around the outside. Just I'm really trying to make her pop a little bit more because the other model on the left hand side is much brighter. I should have gotten maybe a brighter picture of her, but that's all right. In the end, I think it turned out pretty good. There I'm taking crayon again and rubbing it on the glass. I have a piece of plate glass on an old door for a desktop, and it's really good because you can just put your medium on it and use it from there and then wipe it off. So I like doing that. Now I'm taking some white tempera paint and just trying to rub it on that model to kind of tone her down a little bit like the other one to make it look a little bit more the same. But and then this is another technique that Deb and Monica were doing. They were just taking different colored paints that were in the page and just putting it on their finger and rubbing it around. And I really kind of like that idea too. I thought that was really fun, kind of like finger painting. There I'm just adding some gelato to that pipe to make it stand out a little bit better too. I'm wiping up and drying up. Then I had, for that pipe set, it had like a little, wheel that you would turn the pipe. So I put that in her hand because I just thought, she would, when you see the quote, she would be in control of what's going on here if she had that nozzle, because the person that owns that has control over the water going on or off at the main place. Now I'm writing the quote and I'm just taking a pen and I'm doing a kind of font that I really like. It's not showing up so much yet, but it will. I switched over to a Sharpie and that helped, a couple different size Sharpies, and that helped a lot more to show up the quote. See, the first part of the letter I make a little thicker and then add little lines in it. I found that somewhere and I really liked using it. Now I'm just taking some white gelato and trying to make things in black gelato around the edges because I always like the edges to be kind of framed off, and just kind of, adding little bits here and there to make things stand out. So the quote says, whoever is trying to bring you down is already below you. And I didn't think the letters stood out quite enough, so I'm taking some Fun Stampers Journey silks and going over that part that I put the little lines in the first letter of each one. And I really like that stuff. It's in a little bottle, like a nail polish bottle, but it is really fun stuff. You can splatter with it, you can paint with it like that, and it's a water-based product, so it has a lot of a lot of good qualities to it. I thought that's just what that page needed to make that quote stand out. First time I read that quote, it just hit me so strongly because I oftentimes would look at people and think that they were so much better than me, and they weren't really, well, there were some people that try to put you down, but most of all, you have to just stand back and say, hey, we're all the same. No one's better than anybody else, and I think we'd all get along a lot better. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.